Bru, just how did this come about? How did this concept come about?
Realistically, it really started with my grandfather. You know, after I broke my leg, I spent some time rehabbing, and then I found out he got real sick with cancer. So I flew home, and he was a golfer through and through. I mean, he was walking 18 up until weeks before he passed. So in returning back, I really wanted to kind of find a way to have him be involved in what I do. He loved to golf, like I said, so everybody out here golfs a ton. So I was like, man, what a great opportunity. We can bring the community together. I can, you know, raise money for a great cause. So I'm also going to split proceeds with a cancer foundation, with my Huddle for Hearts Foundation, and raise money for this golf course. It's a public federal golf course, so you know, they just need the attention and all that stuff. And then also bring my teammates together with the community, give people a chance to spend, you know, a long period of time with a player, really get to know them. I think that's awesome. I think that'll leave like a long-lasting memory for a lot of people. And then me, just a chance to socialize with a lot of, you know, our fans and people that care a lot. If they paid to be here, you know, I want to give them the best experience they can.
Did you have a hard time recruiting players to spend 4.5 hours with somebody?
You know what? Believe it or not, I mean, outside of these guys loving to golf, we're very supportive of one another. I think I did my part to make sure I show up to their events, and then, you know, this is my term, and they showed up for me. I didn't really have to ask. Yeah, when I sent out messages last night, just making sure everybody was square, and everybody was like, yeah, we're good. You know, the receptiveness, the responsiveness. I love my teammates. I mean, I can't thank them enough for showing up.
I think a lot of people on the outside view this as an NIL event, that you guys are all out here to make money for yourselves.
Right.
But this is a fundraiser deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a fundraiser. Obviously, you do have to make money to cover your costs, sure. But the majority of the proceeds go towards other stuff. This is, I mean, what I get out of this is the day, you know, the experience and everything like that. So it's an incredible opportunity. I'm not a great golfer, but I'm getting there. So you know, it's another day to get better too.
Bru, why is it so important for you to develop the strong ties that you have in this Knoxville community, given that who knows where you'll be in a year from now?
One, I'd say because I've really fallen in love with Knoxville and the people and everything about it. So the way the fans pour into me, you know, the way they cheer my name and show up for me, and this is my way of giving back, giving opportunity for the fans to come meet me, hang out, meet the guys on the team, get to know me on a personal level. It's really part of how I can give back, not only to the fans, but also to the greater community.
Who's the best golfer? I'll ask you that on the team. Is it you?
Oh, on the team? There's quite a few out there. I mean, I played with Miles Kitselman the other day. He can stripe that thing. He's not on the team anymore, but Jack Jancic last year. Jancic can play. Gaston Moore can play. There's quite a few guys that are good golfers, so they'll be out here competing. Well, I'm curious to see who's going to win this thing too.
Last thing, Cooper thinks he can play. Can Cooper Mays play?
I think Coop can play. I haven't seen him play, but you know, we'll see. Hopefully, I get to see him tee off a little bit. Really getting to meet people. I'm a big people person. I love to shake hands, get to know people, and so this gives me a chance to do what I enjoy, which is develop relationships. And also just a lot of these people, they've done things that I've never had the chance to really be face-to-face and thank them. So this is kind of a way that I can say, hey, thank you, let's hang out and talk. But yeah, I just look forward to hanging out.
Yeah. Anything else that you like to mention? Or
I would just say that the proceeds go towards my personal nonprofit, Huddle for Hearts. And then from there, we're going to split that up, find an appropriate cancer foundation. We didn't want to put a label on the cancer foundation because there's a lot. So we're finding the right one, but yeah, it's for a great cause.
You know, everybody wants to know how you're feeling as far as the leg. How you doing?
Really good, and golf helps. You know, if you walk 9,
really?
It feels good on the ankle. Helps with some mobility stuff, but the ankle's doing great. You know, this is kind of the cap off to any sort of extracurriculars for me. You know, after today, things go. I won't be nearly as active in the community because I'll be pouring into making sure I can show up on Saturdays. But the ankle's doing well, and I'm really thankful for how everything worked out in the rehab process.
Do you feel like you're going to be able to go in fall camp? Obviously, they're going to be cautious with you. How much do you want to go? Have you thought about any of that stuff at this point?
I'm gonna go. I think the best thing for me is to just get back into it, you know, back in the fire, and so I plan on being full go fall camp, and you know, whatever restrictions, you know, we'll you deal with that as they come.
You'll fight the trainers on that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you done stuff all summer?
All summer.
So you've been full go in terms of the summer workout program.
Yeah.
You haven't had. Have you had mandatory rest days? Have they shut you down?
There's been some days where you know, volume gets a little high, and from the sports science aspect and a rehab aspect, they're like, look, you've done a lot.
Right.
We fight that battle every day, but you know, we're pushing the needle. I'm pushing the needle, and come fall camp, you know, there shouldn't be any restrictions.
My last question about that, because I know you're tired of talking about it, but have you taken moments during the summertime or the last few months where you kind of reflected on how far you have come physically? I mean, has there been threshold moments, watershed moments where you're like, wow, that was big considering where I was? Have you had a couple of those?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what I was talking about before, when I went home to visit my grandfather in the hospital, part of his rehab every day was to get out of the bed and walk. And that was right around the time I flew home. My boot popped in the airplane from the pressure. Boot wasn't worth anything. So I got off the plane. When I got to the hospital, I said, all right, I'm gonna pop this boot off and we'll walk down this hallway together. So that was the first day I walked. And then I look at, you know, from that day in the hospital with him till going out in the field and running routes in the morning, like nothing's changed. And it's a blessing, you know, I'm extremely thankful.
What's your grandfather's name?
Tom Snyder.
Tom Snyder.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you gotta go.
Absolutely.
Thank you.